Hey everyone, Seth Campbell here. Welcome back to Segway Plays Donkey Kong 64. In the last episode, we beat the boss of Jungle Japes, finishing the area, at least for now, and gave the key to K. Lumsy, who in his excitement opened up the way to the second world. And that is where we are going now. With this mysterious music, you can already tell the atmosphere is going to be very different from Jungle Japes. There's B-Locker up there. There's this mysterious stone wall blocking the path here. There's a feather switch. Can't do anything with that. There is a Wrinkly Kong hint door for Donkey Kong here. Free the llama by completing Donkey's blast barrel course. Okay, so there's a llama involved. And there is a wrinkly hint door for Diddy over here. Bash the gongs with Diddy's chimpy charge to reveal hidden surprises. Well, this confused me a bit as a kid because there are gongs here with Diddy's head on them, and I thought Wrinkly Kong was referring to these, but in fact, while that hint does in fact apply to these as well, these hints are meant to be for things in each level. But since we're here, let's try it. Again, there has to be a less painful way to do this. But hitting the gongs reveals this floating barrel with a banana on it. We've seen these behind gates before, but we've never been able to get to them. And unfortunately, we cannot get to this one either. It's floating out of our reach. Meanwhile, here's B-Locker, who demands that we have at least 5 bananas. Golden bananas, that is. Fortunately, we have 11. Come on, I haven't got all day. Show me the bananas and I'm out of this dump. Just gonna take a moment to appreciate the arrangement of the DK Isles theme here, because it's very good. But we find ourselves in World 2.
Some monkey should be burnt to a crisp by now. Where's that armadillo?
I'm sorry, Master. He was too quick for me, but I'll get him next time.
Imbecile. I don't like failure. Do you know what happens to failures? I've waited too long for this. I won't let these flea-bitten monkeys ruin my plans this time.
Few things. If you didn't feel bad for Armadillo before, you sure do now. So, World 2 is called Angry Aztec, which introduces us to another staple of 90s games, particularly Nintendo, Rareware, N64 games. Borderline appropriation and stereotyping of ancient civilizations and Mesoamerican cultures. Yeah, not great, honestly. When I said this game holds up, this is kind of the one aspect that does not. But that being said, the level design for what it is really good. This was one of my... It was both my favorite area and least favorite area as a kid when I first started playing this game. And least favorite area, here's why. The music is so darn creepy. To a kid, and maybe this is just me, okay? But bear with me here. Because I have really bad eyesight, I've always relied on my ears for many, many aspects of my life, and that's why, you know, it lends itself so well to me being a musician. But, so if a scary movie or something was on, or on TV, or there was a scary moment in a movie, my parents loved to tell the story, I wouldn't cover my eyes, I would cover my ears, because it was the music more than anything else that was telling me how to feel. And so when you have places like this with really intense music, that's what scares me. And so it, you know, kind of made this area scarier than it needed to be. And so, as a matter of fact, in some of these old games, there's a way... Well, hang on a moment.
Listen to me. The key to my freedom lies in the clouds.
Well, there's the llama. So, in some of these old games, there are ways to actually turn off the music and just have the sound effects. So when I first started playing this area, that's what I did. And again, in my defense, I was maybe 7 at the time. So you may have noticed that I have started this area with Diddy Kong, and there is a reason for that. Honestly, I think it's best, and I'm not alone in thinking this, to clear Diddy Kong's missions in Angry Aztec first, as opposed to Donkey Kong, and you'll see why in a minute, but I'm actually going to switch to Donkey Kong just for, I don't know, I guess canonical reasons here. Because Donkey Kong is the character most closely associated and directly associated with the character we are about to meet. And I am so sorry for what is about to happen. Well, not that. This.
Well, hello, Donkey. You just take it easy and let Candy tell you how she's gonna make you feel real good. Why, for just a few little old coins, you can have my musical instruments. And extra melons, too. Come on now, Donkey. For just 3 coins, I'll show you my musical instrument. And throw in an extra melon for free. Let's give it a try, shall we?
I'm sorry. Bongo blast.
Stand a little closer, Donkey, and I'll show you how to use your instrument. Press and hold Z, then press the C up. Its sound wave blast will deafen most Kremlings, but will also reduce the instrument's energy. Top up its energy by finding some headphones. You won't lose any energy if it's played when you are standing on a music pad. All sorts of amazing things are likely to happen, too. You've all got another melon, too. It'll hopefully make things a little easier. You've all the latest stuff from me. Come see me later, okay?
Right. Where to begin? That's Candy Kong. She has appeared before, at least in the Donkey Kong Country games, or at least the original Donkey Kong Country. She has always kind of been implied to be Donkey Kong's girlfriend. We also saw a picture of her in Donkey Kong's treehouse. I'm at a loss for words. She's always kind of had that sort of sassy edge. But this is honestly, I think by far the most outright innuendo-centric her character presentation has ever been. On so many levels. And of course, as a kid, I did not get this. I did not realize just how bad this was. And I didn't realize why, when we would play this game together, my dad and my uncle and my aunt found this character so funny. I didn't get it. I get it now. And I wish I didn't. Because this was the game of my childhood. You know, all those references to using your instruments and melons, and I'm sorry. But yes, so Candy Kong in the original Donkey Kong Country, her function was, she was basically the save game in the original Super Nintendo version. And she's had different, you know, in some of the remasters, like in the Game Boy Advance version, she runs Candy's Dance Studio, which is basically a Dance Dance Revolution minigame. But yeah, there's and you know, she's had different forms over the years and different roles, and most drastically, there was actually, this has come to my attention and only really in recent years, there was a Donkey Kong Country TV show. She has a pretty big role in that, although she looks and acts completely different. From everything I've actually, I want to be Diddy Kong, I think. Do I? Or not yet? Let me just check something. That TV show, I've seen clips of it, and oh my god, how did this get made? How did it get a second season? Who thought it was a good idea? If you're in the mood to just be cringing in horror the entire time, feel free to look it up. Otherwise, you can give it a miss, I think. Stop messing about. All this sand is beginning to itch in here. Okay. I don't know why I'm giving the llama that voice. Okay. So, there are a few reasons to tackle Diddy Kong's quests first. But unfortunately, unlike the second melon, gotta be careful how I phrase all of this now. Diddy Kong does not get a musical instrument just because Donkey Kong got one. So he also has to visit Candy. For 3 coins, you can play on this musical instrument. Do you want it? Jeez. Guitar gazump. Stand a little closer, Diddy. And then this is all the same. Yeah. She's a flirtatious one, I guess? Maybe it's her I don't know, sales technique? Like I said, I gotta be careful. But a funny thing is, actually, basically, alliterations are a big deal in this game, and Guitar Gazump, much like Bongo Blast, is Diddy Kong's iteration of alliteration, for his musical instrument. It didn't really occur to me until I was actually taking notes to prepare for this Let's Play, and believe me, I took way too many notes. That I hadn't seen the word gazump anywhere else in my life. So I looked it up to see if it was in fact a real word, and it is. I believe means swindle, or trick, or fleece. Anyway, we're going into this temple that has a bunch of switches on the side, one of which is a peanut switch. And would you look at it is Tiny Kong. Sorry guys, I'm afraid they got me too. So gazump is a real word, but I have never seen it anywhere else. I don't know, maybe it's a British thing because a lot of the Rareware localization and employees are British. So here we are in this temple. Again, creepy lighting, creepy music. Scared the bejesus out of me as a kid. There is a pool here, but it appears to be frozen. Based on the scene we got when we came in here, it kind of indicates that Tiny Kong is here somewhere, but I don't see her at the moment. Something down here. A couple of clobbers, as they're called. They're kremlings that hide in barrels. And you need orange grenades to take them out. This is a musical instrument pad, but it has a triangle, and we don't have a triangle. These are claptraps, incidentally. These little creatures that, when you defeat them, their teeth are still alive and they come after you. That is new to this form of claptrap. We had not seen that before in Donkey Kong. So there's a ghostly barrel with Tiny Kong's face on it, but obviously we're not Tiny Kong. We can't do anything with that. These guys, by the way, are the most basic enemies. They're just called critters, in case you didn't know that. I don't think I've mentioned it before. But anyway, here is a Diddy switch. And that causes the tongues of these stone monkeys to extend. So once again, in the misrepresentation and stereotyping of ancient cultures, we go with the high-tech temple trope. Now, if we look across, there are a whole bunch of banana bunches just floating in the air, but there is also a peanut switch. And if we shoot that, a really long monkey tongue extends. Don't say anything else, don't say anything else, don't say anything else. Oh, and it only stays up for a moment, and, I did a long jump instead of a high jump. Basically, the difference, both of those, and this is a difference that it took me a while to learn as a kid, and I can see, having not played this for a while, it's going to come back to haunt me. If you press Z and A without touching the control stick, it does a special high jump. If you're touching the control stick, or if you're in motion, that same button combination will do a long jump. So it's important to be able to know the difference and utilize the difference in those. Let's try this again. No! Oh boy. These aren't going to last long enough, are they? A lot of times back flipping will get you farther than front flipping. But that actually did last long enough, so that's good. Okay. Move across the... No! Oh boy. I'll meet you back up there. There we go! And here we are with a music pad with a guitar on it. Which is our cue. To rock! Parallel melodies on the guitar, gotta say, that's pretty impressive. That opens a roof window, which lets some sunlight in, and somehow melts the frozen ice. Don't question it. It helps. So now we can explore further in this mysterious temple. But we're going to do that in the next episode. See how long... I guess the water stops steaming after a moment. So I'll see you soon.